David, so your question was, I have super funds in 3 countries due to missionary work over 3 years. Should I combine these into one fund or leave them as they are in the countries where we have them? It's a bit hard to answer that question. Generally, it's best to consolidate funds, but if they're in 3 different countries, it'll be dependent on the individual super schemes of the different countries. If they're 3 different super funds within Australia, for example, consolidating them is a little bit easier and logical to do so. I have a house overseas that I'm thinking about selling and bringing the funds over to Australia with the view to making a deposit on a property in Darwin. How can I bring the monies into Australia after the sale of the property without having to pay a substantial tax dividend? And how do I actually bring the money into Australia? Bringing the money into Australia is with a low dollar, and I think it was sub 70 cents US at the moment, so hopefully that's good for the country that you're in. It's simply a matter of transferring it. One way to do that to, I guess, hedge the price that the exchange rate that you're actually transferring the money across is to do it over a series of payments. So, if, for example, you need to get money across from one country to another country and you need it within 12 months, you might transfer $10,000 each month. So you've got $120,000 across within 12 months. You're just dollar cost averaging the exchange rate because it's very hard to predict exchange rates. So transferring it across is the easier thing. The more complex thing in your question, David, is about the tax payable. Depends on the country, whether there's a reciprocal tax agreement between Australia and the country that you're selling the asset in. And so you really need some good tax advice in relation to that. I've got an accountant that's quite good with expat type issues, so make contact if you would like of the person that's good at that sort of expat type tax, David.